Well, at last, it's some good news for the royal family. It's been a very rocky few months, what with the King and the Princess of Wales being treated for cancer, and of course all the ongoing problems with the relationship with Prince Harry. So this is some great news, and it's a good news for the royal family. It will give everyone a boost, and particular, of course, apart from the proud parents themselves, Princess Beatrice and her husband Edo Mozzarella. It will also be great news, of course, for the Duke and Duchess of York. Prince Andrew, of course, is very much in the doghouse at the moment with the public and with his family for his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, and is constantly at the bottom of all the polls about the royal family in popularity. But he is a doting grandfather, and this will be his and the Duchess of York, his ex-wife Fergie. This will be their fourth grandchild, and I'm sure they're absolutely delighted. And it will be a massive boost to them both at a difficult time, because he's facing the prospect of being evicted from Royal Lodge, which has been his home for best part of 20 years. I think this is going to give them something to focus on and take his mind off that for a while. The Duchess of York, of course, has also been recovering from for cancer treatment, and so she seems to be okay now, which is great news for the family, and I'm sure she'll be absolutely delighted. The Queen, the late Queen Elizabeth, always used to say that despite some of her faults, and she did have some faults, or does have some faults, Sarah, Duchess of York, that she was always a great mother, and she admired her as a mother. And I think she's probably passed that on to both of her daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie. Eugenie and her husband, Jack Brooksbank, of course, have two children. And now this will be a second one for Beatrice. And of course, Beatrice is also a stepmother to Wolfie, her husband's 8-year-old son by a previous relationship. And apparently she has an excellent relationship both with the former fiance of Edo, and also with little Wolfie, and they posted some pictures of them all walking in the woods together, the two children. So this will be very much part of the family, and she's I think she's following in her mother's footsteps as being a good mother. And I think the absence of the fact that the king and the queen are not seeing Archie and Lilibet means that they when they do meet other members of the family, that they like to spend quality time with them. You see that every time when for example, Zara Tyndall, Princess Anne's daughter, Zara meets the king. It's very, very affectionate, and they do spend a lot of time when they do get together, say at Balmoral or at Christmas at Sandringham. You can see the closeness of the family. So yes, he will be delighted. This baby will be, I think it's 11th in line to the throne. I think it's actually going to push Princess Eugenie down to 12th. And they all go down the order every so often, don't they? I mean, Princess Anne's the one that amazes me. She's now 18th. She'll go down to on this occasion. And many people think she would be the best monarch we've never had, but she will now go down to 18th in the line of succession. And of course, Harry's children, Archie and Lilibet, are above the Duke of York's children and grandchildren. So yes, it's always interesting to see the line when it goes down. And this will be, in fact, I think the 14th great grandchild of the late Queen Elizabeth. So that's absolutely amazing. She doted on all of her grandchildren and great grandchildren. And obviously she's not going to see this one, but I'm sure that they'll be thinking of her in the months to come. Yeah, I'm sure that privately and possibly with a public tweet or whatever, I'm sure that Harry will be sending his love and congratulations to Beatrice and her husband. They do get on very well. They've managed to stay on good terms with each other despite the problems between William and Harry and the King and Harry. So they're a little bit stuck in the middle of it, but yeah, they've managed to keep on good terms with both sets, and I'm sure they will in the future. I'm sure the king does wish he had a relationship with Archie and Lilibet, however many children his other relatives have. So that goes without saying. He'd love to see more of them, and he'd love to have a better relationship with Harry. But I think that's going to take time. And in the meantime, then obviously he's going to be happy about the new additions to the family. Illnesses, and we've witnessed that with the king and with Kate, sometimes bring families together. People put aside their differences. And new arrivals' births sometimes bring families together, because it's makes people think about the whole meaning of life, if you like, and the whole cycle of life. I don't unfortunately think that this one particular addition is going to change anything dramatically. I think things are running too deep at the moment, particularly between William and his brother. So no, I don't think it's going to make a great deal of difference in the short run. But it might just at the back of Harry's mind make him realise that he's missing out on his family and not seeing his cousins, his relatives, and his uncles and aunts, and there is that sadness there. So I mean, he seems to have been closer when he's been over in recent months to the Spencer side of the family, to his mother's side of the family, and but obviously that's all well and good, but I'm sure he'd like to have a better relationship with the king as a starter, and then possibly William. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.